You know what? I'm just gonna wear a hat this time. 5-inch long hair, well, 5-inch plus, just looks stupid with my hairstyle, doesn't it? I look like I'm about to twirl it like the supervillain would always twirl their mustache in an old school cartoon, yes. Anyway, welcome back to another UnOrdinary. Okay, so last week we were getting into John's backstory again, and yes, Fast Passers have alerted me that the next few chapters are still going to be backstory for us. 'Cause let's face it, with how confusing John is as a character, he needs just as much of a confusing and complex backstory. Because why the fuck not? So yeah, we basically got the story as to how he first discovered his ability. And from there I can only imagine like he started figuring out like the nature of it overall. And generally things went to shit from there. But I'm pretty fucking sure we're about to see how it all went to shit. So no more bullshit. I say we jump into the chapter because I'm tired. I'm doing this at the exact moment of release. So let's fucking go. Okay, let's go. Gotta make a thumbnail after this. That's gonna take me 2 hours just to do the characters. I swear. You think minimalist is fucking easy? No, it's not. Let's just go. All right, here we go. I'm not adding that to the video. Things started ramping up once we graduated middle school. Visions of John became slightly more frequent because of all the time we had spent together. Is that how seeing the future works? You simply because you're friends with that person, you're gonna see visions of their future more? Like, I guess. Whenever I got information on his ability advancement, I'd run over to his house and we'd discuss it. I don't think it's a simple projectile ability. I'm seeing you use all kinds of different ones. Oh, really? Being able to use all types of abilities? Wow, I can't wait. Don't get too excited. I still have no idea how it works. Hype kill. Accurate. Can you recall what led up to your ability activation? What did you do and what did you feel exactly? Well, after you told me the type of ability I had, I went and did research on how to use it. Once I had a decent grasp on how it worked, I practiced it on my own. And that was so frustrating because it never worked. Yeah, but you got it to work against Oliver, yeah. For some reason, when he used his ability that last time, I felt empowered and everything just clicked. I haven't really had the same feeling since then. He can supposedly use all types of abilities. He had trouble until someone else used theirs first. Hey, John. Do you think your ability could have something to do with imitation? Huh? I mean, how would I know? But I guess it could be a possibility since it lines up with your visions and all. Jeez, this makes things way more complicated. How are we supposed to know for sure? Hey, why don't we just test it out, huh? I can try it out on you. No way, my clairvoyance is a pain. I can't even figure it out myself, and it activates randomly. We should start with something simpler. What about Adrian? Great. Me? But I don't want to fight with you. Come on, Adrian. It's just a quick little experiment. Yes, please help us. Oh, great one. After some convincing, we agreed. Ugh. Thanks, Webtoon, for notifying me that it had just updated while I'm reading it. That actually makes me realize I need to turn off outside notifications, though. Swing. In less than a week, John figured out Adrian's ability and was able to imitate it. Okay, from now on, we have to pay attention to everyone's abilities. The more knowledge you have, the easier it will be to mirror them. So they helped him in his advanced knowledge. Okay, that makes sense. Cause like, we were trying to, me and the Jokers, we were always like kind of weirded out, like how John not only could easily copy the ability, but even the fighting style, the person who originally had it, he could easily, take. As well as implement it in a way that they've never even seen. Simply because he and his friends were looking out for other people's abilities, learning how they worked so that they can compare them to even each other. And vice versa and all that weird shit. Hell yeah. And so, we spent our entire vacation studying, trying to get insight on as many types of abilities as possible. Here's a couple more. Alright. We read through ability-related books. We analyzed my visions. I saw you do it like this. Probably the best way to stabilize the shot. Okay, I see. We watched demonstration videos and professional tournaments. Really? Of course there's tournaments in this world. Hey, can you tell where she's channeling to? Hands and feet, it seems. Not bad. Then, well, granted, yeah. Of course it would be that way because he's a late bloomer. He would have to, catch up. Then finally, high school started. After having prepped all break, we were eager to put our research to the test. High school was so much different from what we were used to. Are you an Arlo clone? Everyone was stronger, and people were generally more aggressive. Hey, better watch where you're walking, squirt. You're like a future John or Arlo clone, man. We both knew going in, that this would be the perfect training ground. What is up with my nose? Ugh. Feels pretty bad. And we took full advantage of it. John took on every challenge he possibly could. Ouch, that hurts like hell. Maybe if you strengthen the rest of your arm too. Then the recoil won't affect you as much. One punch. Maybe this way we'll also learn just the overall nature of his ability, because we had the theory, me and the Jokers, that his ability works like a slot machine. And the slots are dependent on how strong the ability of the original person is. Like if they're level 6, it takes up 6 slots. And we did the math compared to how many, because we did the math, right? Me and the Jokers, we did the math, because he copied Remy's ability, he copied Zeke, Eisen, and Blake during the season finale. He couldn't copy Arlo. Combined, that was a general total of around 18, so we kind of bumped around. We think maybe he has like 20 slots or so. And if that's the case, then collecting a lot of high-tier abilities would end up hindering him because he can't collect any in the actual battle. Pew pew. I like that. Pew! At first, we did more observing than anything else. With anything that spans a wide area, my aim gets all wonky. Yeah, but you don't have to hit every single shot with those. True, that's more of a shotgun. Boom! Took some time to get into the swing of things, but eventually fighting back became easier. Swing! Swing again. Huh? Nice. Okay, that was unnecessary. Pretty soon he managed to win his first real match. Yeah, I beat him! You did it! Adrian in the background. Woo! John was naturally gifted. And to top it off, I was providing him with info from his future self. Again, the way you say that, it's almost like you're seeing like some kind of future version of him that's like, hey, my ability is this. See ya. As a result, his ability was able to grow at an alarming rate. He won fights again and again, till losses became rare for him. Jeez. Oh no, this is triggering me with Ilana. And by the end of our first year, you look like a Sarah clone. His understanding of aura and ability fundamentals were so advanced, he was able to mirror most abilities without much effort. The three of us didn't need to hide anymore. John had our backs. He was strong enough to protect us. Oh, that's a perfect pick for making my wallpaper. Or not the wallpaper, for a new transition. I've been thinking of making, not just a new transition for me, but maybe for some of the other guys, too. I was so glad I had helped accomplish something incredible. I finally felt like I had something to be proud of. And then, shit hit the fan. Not so tough anymore, huh? Maybe that's why it took me so long to notice. What the hell? Where did you get that ability from? I'm feeling pretty dumb now, huh? You jealous now that I actually am stronger than you? No, shut up. Don't flatter yourself. You're nothing but a fraud. What did you say? Uh-oh. Hey, he's just trying to get under your skin. Don't listen to him. He's not worth our time. Come on, let's go. John, I don't care how strong you are. You're still a cripple in my eyes. And he hated that. That triggered him. Stomp, stomp. John, shut the hell up, dumbass. Who said you could oh, shit. When John acted out like that, I realized for the first time we had become just like them. Say that again to my face, piece of shit. Violent and aggressive, looking down on people weaker than us, and abusing them. Hey, what's that noise? John, what the hell are you doing? Let go of him, the assistant. I don't know. He was sent to the principal's office, and that's the last I heard. I'm sure it sure is taking a while. I hope he's okay. Hey, Adrian, do you think John's been acting differently lately? I haven't really noticed, but what makes you think that? Well, one thing, he seems more aggressive. I'm finally done. Ugh. John? Hey, what took so long? Everything okay? Oh no, I've got after-school detention for the next week. Oh, because I went too far. What a load of bullshit, right? Not necessarily. I think they have a point. Oliver had already lost. He didn't need to go back in. And he didn't have to say all that extra shit. I mean, again, John's technically right, technically wrong. Well, you let it get to you, and now you're the one in trouble. Ah, who cares? I still got to beat his ass, so it's worth it. Anyway, Claire, you got any new pointers for me? Not yet. If something comes up, you'll be the first to know. Just be patient. Lame. Whatever then, I'm gonna go look for someone to practice against. Right now? What about homework? Ugh, screw that. I need to let off steam. Wait up, I wanna watch. Okay, so first off, yeah, Adrian actually enabled this. I wanna say that. From what this seems like so far, I'm willing to say Adrian, to a certain extent, as well as Claire, they enabled this behavior. And even after Claire realized it, Adrian was still enabling it. To some degree, right? Right? I would have to say. And that's the end of the chapter. Really? That short? How long was the recording? Okay, so first off, you can't say that the guy who was saying that shit didn't deserve it, because he was continuing to be an asshole. I'm just saying, when you're on the ground and your face, your mouth is right for getting your teeth knocked in, like getting kicked in, don't be a dumbass, okay? It's like, that's like telling Superman, like, after he's beaten the shit out of you, like, get in the morning, you bitch! That's like, I'm sorry, it's just like, you don't do that. Like, you don't call Superman a pussy, okay? You don't do that. You just don't. You don't poke the bear, especially after the Bears won. Only 13 minutes? Damn. For the recording. Raw recording, though, for this. Better. Interesting. So, yeah, I'm going to say Adrian probably helped enable this behavior a little bit. I mean, Claire did as well, obviously, but then she realized it and wanted him to, chill the fuck out. But, to be honest, this was pent-up rage. If anything, while they were teaching him how to, or trying to figure out his ability, maybe they should have tried to, seek therapy or help him realize with great power comes great responsibility. Therefore, you can't just let this power go to your head. You can't let it control you. Because that's basically the lesson of of Spider-Man. You can't let power control you. You have to be the bigger man and control it. You have to be the person who has the bigger set of balls to not use your abilities for your own personal gain. And John, unfortunately, had to learn this the hard way. Mostly because, well, if any of the chapters that we've seen before this that indicate what really happened, he did have to learn that the hard way. I don't know, man. It's a little odd when you think about it. Also, I shouldn't be standing. I just remember... I was like, why is my foot hurting me for the past 10 minutes? Oh yeah, it's because I had my foot crushed by a cinder block. I don't know why I do this to myself. I could have easily recorded this video sitting down. But no, I wanted to be healthy and stand up while working. But I probably should end the video really quickly. But I think that's generally all my thoughts on the matter. Other than... because they did explain how John essentially trained his ability. And why he's so good at even fighting now after so many years of not using it. Straight up just being like, observe, absorb the information, and then kick ass. That's what he always did before, to a basic, formula degree, and then just applied that to previous ability knowledge, and then kicked ass, which is generally what I always thought, because it was less of like copying not just the ability. I never really thought it was copying the moveset as well as the ability, because I always just had a feeling it was just he had always had so many abilities, or he's had so many similar abilities, that he has general knowledge about how any type of ability works, and it allows him to do more with the ability than the original user had even thought, which is why he also has won so many fights. It's also funny. So Shy Chef, in his video, he was talking about how hardcore leveling warrior. Well, I think the author, I'm not sure. They did say something. She did say something in a Q&A about how John, or this is just a rumor. I can't even figure out if I wanted. There was something about it. Apparently, she said that John could not copy abilities of people who were not from the world of UnOrdinary. Which makes me think, is there at some point going to be a point in the story where people are coming from alternate realities and he can't copy their ability? Like, that's just a really weird detail to throw in. It really is. But Shy Chef, he was talking about how if anybody from any other webtoon series that was listed in a thing on Twitter at the time who could actually beat John, it would have to be Hardcore Leveling Warrior, which I kind of agree with. The guy's just absolutely fucking insane. He's like the gamer. I mean, well, that's exactly what he is. He's the gamer who has all the shit unlocked, and he knows how to break the game constantly. He is the game-breaking character. That's his entire shtick. Because everybody in UnOrdinary, they're predictable. John knows this, and that's how he wins fights. Is because generally this is how it works in UnOrdinary. You're confronted. They attack you with their ability. And then if you dodge their first hit, they will, even if they aren't even using their ability for their first hit, then they will activate it just so they can try and hit you again. Then John copies their ability. They don't know how the hell to counteract their own ability. John pulls a trick out his ass of using that person's ability to a point where they didn't even realize something like that was even imaginable, and then kicks their ass. Like with Blake, with the 10-finger salute, and with Ventus and Millie, and the Wind Blade. Because people are arguing whether or not that was a combination of both their abilities, but after all, it was wind. It wasn't a literal, like blade with thorns sticking out of it, you know? It had to have just been Ventus's ability. But, I mean, yeah. If you can cause strong enough air pressure on a specific point, you probably could cut through something. Again, if air pressure was strong enough and focused enough on one specific area. Great, now I'm turning into Gavin Free from Slow-Mo, or from the Slow-Mo guys. And I said that's about it for my thoughts, and then I continued. I'm a fucking idiot. But yeah. All that shit aside, yeah, that's generally what I think. It's just weird. Because we were all asking, like, how the hell do you even train that kind of ability? And that's literally how. That's literally the most logical solution. And our dumbass brains didn't think of it. Just watch people use it. Just literally watch people use their powers, and if you know you can copy it, just try it. Observe, try, fail, try again until you get it. But I don't know. This is gonna be very interesting, and I can't wait to see just when shit hits the fan. Because we all know at this point it will hit the fan. We've all seen the chapters where Claire has done, the ambush. But I'm just wondering, like, at what point does Claire begin to think this is her only option? I don't know. It's very interesting. But without further ado, I have to end the video. So live long and prosper, always volunteer as tribute, and peace out. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.